What's up? What's up? It is the Phlebotomy on the Move podcast, and I'm going to try a couple of new things today. Um, I did a short segment on um, keys to 5 keys to success as a mobile phlebotomist, and I want to expand that out a little bit more. I gave a breakdown of the 5 keys, and I want to do a deeper dive into all of the keys, have some conversations, create some buzz, talk about it. So I'm going to start up my Instagram live as well to facilitate, any questions there. But thanks for joining us. If you haven't, hit the like and subscribe bell. At minimum, give me a thumbs up to let me know that what you hear is what you're enjoying. And I look forward to answering any questions that you guys may have. So we'll start up the live here as well on Instagram. If you follow me on Instagram at the Healthcare Ninja as well, then you'll find me a little bit there too. Shifting over to Beyond Mobile Health, as you guys have been following me on previous platforms, this is an opportunity for you to hear about success, development, and growth in your mobile phlebotomy business. But today is about the 5 keys to success. I often get questions about where to start, how to start in the midst of working a business. What else can we do? And I think what brought me to this idea was a message that I heard as I do a lot of reading and research. What are the keys, or what are the doors that I need to go into to again provide or gain success? And as mobile phlebotomists, as phlebotomists, we can think about the different ways that we have either elevated in our job or through our business, or whatever ventures or verticals that we have participated in. So I wanted to think about a little bit more about those 5 keys, and I'll review the 5 keys. Check out the video on the 5 keys. I do an overview of those 5 keys, but the 5 keys again are developing a strong understanding of phlebotomy, of the phlebotomy profession, which I'll go over today. I think that's really important. The second key is develop strong communication skills. Phlebotomists must be able to effectively communicate with patients and other healthcare providers, to other phlebotomists, to express or elaborate or articulate their services. The third is to develop organizational skills. Now, I can tell you, organizational skills are highly important as a phlebotomist. Thanks for joining as well. Um, being a successful phlebotomist. The fourth key is and professional in a compassionate and professional manner, and they must work effectively in the healthcare. One is crucial, which is critical thinking. Phlebotomists must be able to problem solve, especially my mobile phlebotomist. You must be able to problem solve in the field, whether you're working in a hospital, deciding on which vein to use, or on which tube to use for your blood work, how you can better create a process to make your work a little bit more efficient. So again, the 5 keys to success. And today we're going to focus on uh, the phlebotomy profession, understanding and knowing the phlebotomy profession. Some of you may feel like you know the phlebotomy profession in extent, and I applaud you guys, but let me add to that. Let's always add value to that. So, um, there are about, give or take, as the census may check, about 138,000 phlebotomy technicians currently working in the U.S. That's a quote from Zappia, Zippia, for the demographics for technicians. Technicians, phlebotomists, they may expand on that. I believe there's a lot more than 138,000. This I label or identification of a technician expands over into other segments into what we do. Certified phlebotomists. So just note that 138,000, which is a lot, is probably just a smaller piece or a segment of what phlebotomists are doing. 83.7% of phlebotomy technicians are women. So I do know, and that's 100% correct, is that females rule this industry as they do a lot of healthcare industries. Women are in these industries. They are on the front lines as a compassionate healthcare provider. So that's a great thing. I don't know about this, and I'm just giving stats, right? The average age of a technician is about 44 years old. I see a variety of age groups, both coming in and out of the technician school, whether they are right out of high school, in their 20s, 30s, 40s, and so forth. But they're saying that the mid range are about that. Did you know that I believe it was in 2018, something to know about phlebotomists? They were ranked one of the top 100 jobs to have in the US. So phlebotomists were ranked at a top ranked career path for individuals. Um, and the overall score was 5.5 out of 10. I'm sure you can provide some insight in your own individual space or location, but phlebotomists provide a valued connection into the healthcare chain. So I'll give you an overview for those that don't know what phlebotomists are. So and what they do, but phlebotomists provide a crucial role in healthcare chain for patients by collecting blood and specimens for laboratory testing. This helps doctors and other healthcare providers to diagnose, treat, monitor a wide range of medical conditions. Phlebotomists must ensure the specimens they collect are properly labeled and stored. There's much more than that. There's processing, there's packaging, there's shipping if for those mobile, and they follow strict safety and infectious disease control protocols to minimize risk of the harm up to the harm of patients. In this way, phlebotomists are essential members of the healthcare team who help to ensure patients receive the care they need to manage their health effectively. So, in providing that level of care, uh, I feel like it's important for you to know that the phlebotomists are important and that they continue to add value in that healthcare link. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for joining us. Um, Here we're talking about the 5 keys for success as business owners, as phlebotomists, as a whole. So 5 keys. And the key that we're talking about today is knowing your industry. I believe that this could facilitate and exemplify in knowing your industry no matter what you're doing, right? And so knowing your industry is important. I hope that everybody can hear me. If you can, give me a 1 in the chat for Instagram. If you're live on YouTube, I can't wait to hear your comments and responses there as well. So thank you guys for joining me in today. Uh, um, so when we talk about the phlebotomy profession, we can start to think about where phlebotomists reside and where they work. And so I listed the top ranked uh, laboratories that phlebotomists are at. Some of you may know already, but Mako Medical Laboratories is one, BioReference Laboratories, Quest Diagnostics, LabCorp of America, and BioLife Plasma Services. These may not be in your area, but they're somewhere in the United States, and two of them I know for sure are in other places across the world. Quest and LabCorp are frequently named in the laboratory and phlebotomy world. Going through, oops, going through those different ventures or those different laboratories um, will have somebody's trying to call me on Instagram. If I'm sorry, on my phone. If they know that I am over here providing you guys value. So, but Quest and LabCorp will continue to be a intricate part of our laboratory industry. So if you worked at Quest or been a part, or if you worked at LabCorp, you know that there are stringent requirements for phlebotomists, from their orientation to their workflow metrics, to the expectations that they give to their patients. It is a key or a cornerstone laboratory to work for. The phlebotomists that I have worked with have told me both good and bad stories about their experience there. But what I want to focus on is the intricate part and knowledge that we will gain from those locations and those places. Uh, if you are a part of doing any COVID swabs, if you are a part of doing any drug and alcohol testing, you probably was in some way connected to LabCorp and Quest. If you have participated in Exam One, affiliate subsidiary of Quest, you would have done insurance exams. Uh, so knowing your industry and what phlebotomists bring is important. How does that allow you to make more money, have more resources? Is because now you can now target the areas from the services and experiences that you have. And so, as a mobile phlebotomist, as a phlebotomist, thinking about transitioning away from being employed to self employed, knowing what direction to go in is going to be extremely important. And the industries that are out there are limitless in a sense of how they connect to laboratories. Uh, Knowing that uh, that you can support urgent cares and that you can support ophthalmologists. That's what I was trying to say earlier, and that you can support different pathways or veins into healthcare is important when you're starting to develop. How can you utilize that? How can you use that to grow your business? You will now be able to target the areas that Quest and LabCorp are not in, or that Mako or BioReference and all the other labs are not in. And by the way, there's thousands of smaller labs that are out there. Um, I've been a part of some laboratory groups, some startups, some that have been in development, some that I'm a part of even now through different arms and different reaches that I'm working on. So the market share average for those bigger labs are smaller in comparison to the individual market share of the hundreds, or if not thousands, of labs that are out there. So just know that as you develop your new relationships, coming out to become a mobile phlebotomist or a business owner, know that there are more opportunities besides just LabCorp and Quest. I do get that question as well about, well, where do I go and start providing lab services if I can't get an account with LabCorp or Quest or the bigger labs. And I say to that there's about another 1,000 or so laboratories that are out there that want to work with you. They're traditionally used to physician groups, but the mobile phlebotomy and self-employed phlebotomist is becoming mainstream. So you want to ignite and develop those and those networks as you guys venture out on your own as a mobile phlebotomist. I don't see any questions as of yet, so that's great. That means that I'm doing a great job. Providing you guys detailed information about the profession. The phlebotomy profession uh, can be a great starter for those who are looking to tap into the medical field. The medical field is a vast, again, I use that word extensively, opportunity, because it's not just landing on one area, right? Phlebotomists work in clinics, in urgent cares again, in rehab centers, in jails or prison systems, in government settings, in the military. There's veins that you utilize that skill. So phlebotomists are intertwined connectively into the health and wellness field as well, but into healthcare in general. So phlebotomists can provide an extensive amount of services. Think about how you, as a phlebotomist, if you're currently working as a phlebotomist, can connect into those industries. That will require you to learn about those industries even more. How can you connect to industries where you don't know how to articulate your service or what you provide into their ecosystem? Drug and alcohol testing is huge industry as well. Uh, a laboratory that I'm well familiar with is Vanguard Medical. They have a great device, a point of care testing device for drug and alcohol testing. You would not know that unless you're researching and exploring opportunities within your field. That's a device that now you can offer as a mobile phlebotomist, as a self-employed phlebotomist to patients that may need to do testing for their employees. Point of care testing has been a buzzword for a while due to COVID, but there's so many other point of care testing that you can offer. A1C testing, there's a device for that. There, hemoglobin, blood glucose, uh, your lipid panel, your total cholesterol. So those are point of care testing opportunities that would be beneficial to different groups, but understanding your industry is going to happen or make a difference when you're going out to market yourself. So I want to give more of these keys out to you guys and do a deeper dive, have these discussions with you. But knowing your industry, I think, is a key that you cannot miss. That will open up many doors for you. And I hope that you found value here. Again, like and subscribe here. At least at minimum, give me a thumbs up to let me know that you enjoyed this information. Let me know what other information you would like for me to provide. I am, again, Javon Harley, um, with keys for success for you today. But Phlebotomy on the Move provides insights and strategies for your success. Thanks again, and I will see you guys next time. Instagram world, I'll see you guys soon. Love you guys. Talk to you. End it here. Thanks again.